Yo, what's good? It's your friendly neighborhood Taco swinging back at you with another video. And the daily upload streak now begins. I posted another video before that was something off of Big Gucci Taco today while I'm recording this actually. So that should be up right now. I already had it, pre-saved on the channel. And I'm making this one, which should be up on Friday, hopefully, because it's Thursday today when I'm recording this. But I have to record 2 parts of this. So yeah, today I'm bringing you guys something brand new, never before done on this channel. I've been saying that I want to do some AU readings, so I'm bringing my very first ever AU reading. Now, if you guys want to see more AU readings from me, get down in the comments and recommend things that you would like me to bring to life with my voice and with my editing. Today, we're going to bring you the Quirkless Hacker, by Dude Epic. The edits on this will be very, not a lot of edits, frankly. I'll try and take out as much stuttering and stuff as I can, but I'm kind of in a rush to get these daily videos out. So yeah, the Quirkless Hacker by Dude Epic. So this is basically going to be what if Deku was a quirkless hacker, and the story is very good. I've read through a lot of the chapters. I'm on chapter 15 currently, and I'm just reading through. It's very, very good, and I think you guys will enjoy this one. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Let's get straight. He sees everything. He knows everything. You can't hide your crimes from him. He will get to you, and you can only pray that the rumors about him are wrong. He's a vigilante turned hero. His name? Well, it's Retro, and this is his journey to become best hero in the entire world. Today is a lovely day. We see a lot of different students trying to get into the best hero school in Japan. What school is that, you may ask? Well, it's none other than UA High, of course. Only the best get in, people with strong and flashy quirks. But today, that'll change, because we see someone standing outside the UA gate, dressed in a particular outfit. He's not wearing his middle school uniform like the others around him. No, he's wearing his casual clothes. He's wearing a light purple oversized shirt, a white undershirt, and a black crossbody bag. A black fit jogger pants and white socks and sneakers. Why, you may ask? It's because that's Retro, the famous vigilante, a ghost, a phantom. No one knows who he is. No CCTV has caught a glimpse of him. Nothing can hide from him, not even your dirtiest secrets. If you've committed a crime that's on Retro's radar, well, let's just say it's not your lucky day. Some call him good, some bad. But let's get one thing straight. Retro always finishes his work. Sometimes flawlessly, while some he needs to shoot his way out of. Don't get him wrong. He doesn't kill. No, God no. He only uses a stun gun and a little thing called the Thunderball. You might be wondering, what is that, right? It's just a ball, to be honest with you. Now, you may ask yourself, how can a ball incapacitate someone? Well, it's easy. Just make sure it's a weight ball attached to a parachute cord. What does a thunderball look like? Well, the ball itself is a color dark green, so dark that it could be mistakenly spotted as black. And what design does the ball have? Well, it has a 1,000,000-watt smile on it. And for the eyes, well, that's simple. It's a cute little pixelated bomb, so the overall ball looks like it has a face. So what about the parachute cord? Well, it starts with a dark pink and spirals down it to make it look like a nice forest green and dark pink spiral pattern. Now, you see Retro into the school gates. There is a lot of eyes looking at him now saying, why isn't he wearing his uniform? Some think he's a delinquent for not following the rules. But enough about that. We all know what happens next. Now we see Retro sitting in the auditorium, listening to President Mike speak when suddenly, and you, tall blue-haired guy with the glasses, he points at our boy Retro. Why aren't you wearing your school uniform? Do you think UA will accept delinquents? The guy shouted that really loud. The whole auditorium hears it. Then Retro's answers. I'm homeschooled, bro. That's why I'm not wearing a uniform. And don't assume something that you don't know. It makes you look like an even bigger idiot than you already are, he said with an annoyed expression. The tall, blue-haired glasses-wearing mother... The fine gentleman that is wearing the rectangular spectacles is now embarrassed for being insensitive. Thank you for pointing that out, Buzz Lightyear, President Mike said. And for the fourth robot is called the Zero Pointer. Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. So do your best out there and go beyond. Plus Ultra. Somewhere in a different room, we see people dressed up for the next Comic-Con. Dressed up in their hero costumes and looking at multiple monitors. Then we see something or someone approximately 85 centimeters tall sitting in a chair that is taller than most people. That someone is a bear, mouse, or dog? That is who people call Nezu, the principal of the best hero school in all of Japan. We see him looking at the monitors, frankly trying to figure out our boy Retro. So, Eraserhead. Eraserhead. The underground pro hero. One of the best if you ask the people that know him. Effective, smart, logical, fast, and he has an amazing quirk. What quirk is that, you may ask? Well, it's something called erasure. He can, for as long as he's looking at you, erase your quirk. It's the best for simple attacks, ambushes, or in open field where there are no covers. Do you see him? Continued Nezu. No, Aizawa said, simple and straight to the point. Are you even sure he was telling the truth? Said Nimaru, or the 18+ hero, Midnight. I agree with Midnight. No hero has seen him yet. He only lets select heroes get close to him. We don't know his name, face, or quirk, said the precise hero, Snipe. I'm telling you, the kid will be here, the caterpillar said. Are we sure it's even still a kid? I mean, if he is, then that means he started being a vigilante when he was 10, said the humanoid block of cement. And I'm telling you, he will be here. He never lies, the sleep-deprived hero then said. How do you know him so well, Aizawa, said the goat man in his small form, All Might. Because the kid always plays tricks on me, he said with a smirk. The kid is fast, cunning, smart, and most of all, skilled. And if he wants to be a hero, then let him, Aizawa says. Aizawa says this and some of his colleagues have an odd expression, while some think he should be in jail for illegal quirk usage. And that someone is Vlad King. And if he's here, that means he has the balls of steel to go to a hero school even though he's a vigilante. The blood hero Vlad King said, I think not, Ken. If he's as smart as Aizawa says, that means he's confident that we won't do anything to him. Or he has an escape route. But it seems illogical of him to say that he'll partake in our school's entrance exam, even though he knows that we know he's a vigilante. So that means there's something that we're not seeing. Something that not even Aizawa knows. The kid is smart and tactical. So it's possible that he hasn't shown everything he has. And we practically don't have a name or anything, Aizawa supplies. But it's obvious that he's using his quirk illegally. If what you said is true, then he might have an agility type quirk or a sensory type, retorts Flat King. Then let's pull up the applicant's info and add on to it that he has either a sensory or agility type quirk. And, what is his, height again, Eraserhead? Nezu said. Probably 177 centimeters, but I always see him in a crouched position, so maybe 181 if he stood up straight, Aizawa replies. Then please take a look into these applicants, Majima, Nezu says to the pro, Power Loader. Already on it, supplies Power Loader. Let's see what you The prestigious high school teachers then thought in unison. We just need to see Retro standing outside of a humongous concrete gate wearing a pastel yellow oversized shirt with some black shorts, pastel yellow socks, and some white sneakers. Sadly, they didn't allow his bag, but allowed his Thunderball and his phone. And it's safe to say that he is good. Sure, he doesn't have his RC drone or his quadcopter, but he still has his skills and his technique. And we now see him using his phone trying to hack into the main server of UA. And of course, this blue-haired kid with a stick up his ass walks up to him. You shouldn't be using your phone. If you're just treating this as a joke, then I advise you to leave, screamed the Sonic clone. It was Ida. Retro looks behind him to see the kid that called him out. Well, if it isn't Mick's stick up his ass. What are you saying? You were so loud I couldn't hear the sound of you being such a bitch, Retro then retorts in a friendly manner at first, but became a trash-talking keyboard warrior at the end. Some people snickered on how he delivered his insult. Some were laughing at Mick's stick up his ass, and some just felt pity for the guy. He got insulted twice now, by the same dude no less. So Retro just walks away and continues to do what he was doing. And finally, he does it. That wasn't that hard. The F? I didn't even need my laptop, thought Retro with a sly grin. Time to blast some tunes into this bitch. Retro thought again while pressing something on his phone. That is the end of chapter 1. But fear not, my fellow My Academia lovers. We're going to continue on to the next part right now. I just want to let you guys know, if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, get in the comments, tell me what you want to see next, tell me what AUs you would like me to cover. I stream on Twitch, and I also have a Discord server. Link in the description for all of that. I want you guys to tune into everything we do in this community because we're very connected. I speak to everybody who DMs me on Instagram. So if you DM me on Instagram telling me to do this what if, I'll probably do it because, you're an Instagram follower. And I appreciate all of the Instagram followers that we have. That's all for now. Let's get into chapter 2. So I know this is really super bad, but I'm recording this chapter, I think, 4 days after I recorded chapter 1, so yeah, I'm really sorry. This video is going to be up a lot later than I anticipated, but here we go. Chapter 2, titled Get Stupid. We see Retro pressing something on his phone, and the people monitoring the room were confused, panicked, and amazed. Confused. Sure, they see something on the monitor screens, but they don't know what it is. Panicked, because Racerhead is the only one that knows what's happening, and amazed. Well, that would be Nezu and his power loader. Why are they like that, you may ask? Well, simple, dear listener. Because this is what they're seeing. Hands outreach, grabbing the monitor. And a glitched image of a man with one eye in a suit with his hands out. What's happening? Midnight was the first to ask the question. How? The coffee addict said slowly. Eraser, do you know what's happening? Yelled Vlad King. Nezu then says, what's happening? Nezu then says, I can't do anything. The system's been hacked. He panicked, but frankly is still amazed. It's him, Aizawa finally said. Who? Asked Cementos. Retro. And now they understand. But they don't still know how he did it. When Retro was done watching the panicked heroes, he finally typed something that would show in the monitoring room. And he reset every camera so that he could see everything. He hasn't controlled the bots though, because he knows the exam hasn't started yet. You should really invest into getting better security for the school, Principal Nezu Retro typed. What? The students and the pro heroes yelled in unison. Is he making fun of us? Vlad King had asked that. Of course, it was him to ask that question. But someone did answer him, and that someone was Retro. Nope, just stating facts. And hi, Eraserhead. Nice seeing you out of work. Or, wait, you're technically still working, just not as a hero. Well, anywho, can you please start the exam now, Nezu? Retro sent. How did you hack into our system? asked the genuinely impressed rat. I can't tell my secrets. Sorry. Can I talk to you after the exam, Mr. Retro? Of course, if it's okay with you, Nezu asked. And he had way too much excitement and respect in his voice for somebody who just hacked into their school system. He won't just go, Nezu. Of course he wants his identity to stay a secret. Nezu was about to reply, but Retro beat him to it. Eraserhead would probably know who I am after this. He knows me too well, replied Retro. Kid's right. Once I find out, I want to talk to you as well, but in a different place, Aizawa says. Asking me out on a date, Eraser? Sorry, I'm only into girls, and for your info, I'm still underage. Retro joked, and he now zoomed in the camera close to Aizawa's face so we could see his reaction. Idiot, I just want to talk, and I know you're just a kid. Gah, whatever, later. And if I see you later in patrol, just know that the next time you decide to show yourself, it's not gonna go easy, Aizawa said, with a noticeable blush. Oh my god, Shota, I didn't know you can get flustered, said the girl in dominatrix outfit, Midnight, while we can see Retro laughing his ass off in the middle of the gate entrance, and people are looking at him like, guess that guy's not gonna pass. Less competition. It's a crazy one. We're getting ready to start the exam. Nezu, when are we gonna start? Asked Mike in the earpiece that he was wearing. Yes. You can start now, Mike. When Nezu said that, the music started to play, and everywhere again, people are confused. Same with teachers. But of course, Aizawa knows what's happening. That's Retro. He always has music playing every time he does his vigilante act. So, how did you know that? Well, if you guys didn't know, Aizawa and Retro have a connection. While Retro is out patrolling, Aizawa always sneaks up on him, watching him, trying to figure out what he's doing. That's why Aizawa knows so much about our hero, Retro. Now, we see the gates opening, and Retro didn't waste any time waiting for a go. He just went full sprint, going to one of the alleys close by. What are you waiting for? Follow that kid, the leather jacket prom maid wearing hero Sai yelled. And now everyone is running to trying to catch up with Retro, but the other examiners are not seeing him, so they thought he went further inside. Now we're going to keep a close eye on the rooftops and the other examinees doing something with a ball attached to a rope, Aizawa said. When Aizawa said that last part, the other heroes got confused. But soon, very soon, they will find out. Now back to Retro. When he went inside the alleyway, he jumped at a wall at an angle and pushed off of it so that he could get up the wall's fire escape. And he made his way up the building. When he finally got up there, the other examinees are now just trying to find robots. While Retro, on the other hand, had reverse vaulted off the roof's railing and fell down to another building. He got on there safely, rolling. And then when he got up, he ran and jumped to another building because there was an alley down below. And when he got up, he tick-tock off the railing, then grabbed the ledge of another building beside it and climbed up. And when he got up there, he just sat down on the building's ledge and took out his phone. And he pressed the setting to manually control the robots in the exam. In the monitoring room, there was another thing going on. There are a lot of applicants this year, huh? Midnight supplies. Yes, people that use their quirks for speed, information gathering, or pure combat prowess, Nezu then says, while seeing different participants doing their best. While Nezu was saying this, the song went, "Get stupid, get stupid, get stupid." The music is starting to get annoying, said Midnight. No one's paying attention to it. And of course, there are people who are just taking this exam as a joke. To say that they did this in the UA entrance exam, Vlad says this, and the screen then shows Retro, or Izuku Midoriya, a 15-year-old kid that has nice looking green hair, and they see him just using his phone atop the roof. He looks like the regular Deku, slim, not a lot of muscle, but Since he never went through his training with All Might, he's just gonna be skinny middle school Deku. He has a little bit more weight than he did before, just simply because he's doing a lot of vigilante works, and you see that he has enough upper body strength to climb up buildings and such. But other than that, he is not very, buff and ripped. He's got a little thing on him, but not much. Pretty much all the same. Say if Deku was 90 pounds before, he'd be around 110, 115 now. That's a lot of more weight, but he's not around the 130, 140, 150 range he would be in canon. So, yeah, he mimics kind of parkour athletes and has a nice fit body type, but not bulky. And this is because he uses drones usually. So that's him, Aizawa thought with a grin. I can't believe we allow people like that to participate. The idiot still hasn't figured it out, Nezu said with a disappointed smile, as Yagi had said the can't believe line before. Then they see the lazy kid get up and type one last thing on his phone, and the monitor showed his message. Time to show the technique. Huh? What's Retro saying? Asked Midnight. Wait. That's Retro, said Snipe. It means he's finally gonna move and show us that he's not just a hacker, Aizawa says with a serious face. Then let's see the famous moves that this vigilante has, says Ectoplasm. And Retro's playlist just keeps going. He then started to run, and then he reached the ledge. He did a gainer flip so that it would slow down his momentum. Then, running, he did a dive roll over the gap, and then earlier climbed a wall and grabbed on a railing and did a safety vault. He then got down to the fire escape and ran down. When he was on his last 2 steps, he did a running start, pushing off the railing, and then landed on top of a 2-pointer robot. He then took out his thunderball and swung low and successfully dented the robot. Well, I guess I need to do more, huh? Izuku thought. Then he tied up the thunderball around the 2-pointer's head, then jumped back down. But due to the cord being wrapped around his neck, he dragged his head down with him and dragged the entire bot on the ground, destroying it. Then Izuku started to chase another 1-pointer and did a slide and swung its wheels so that it tumbled down. And then Izuku hit it with a thunderball again, successfully destroying it. Then he placed his thunderball back on the ground and it started to quake. Let's see what Retro will do, Nezu says to himself. He's probably gonna hack it. I mean, isn't that what his quirk is? Ectoplasm said. But we have seen how quick he is. And did you see the way that he simply climbed that building? His movements are good. But, don't they kind of remind you of an agility quirk? Asked Snipe. It's an agility quirk. No one can move that good without a quirk like that, Vlad says. While that was happening, Eraser just watched Retro and saw what he'd do. He then saw him turn around and then instantly turn around again to run towards something, but Retro went to an alley again and started to scale another building. And then when he got up to the 0-pointer robot, he grabbed that building via the roof, and Izuku uses that to run to the 0-point's neck. So Izuku climbed up a building, jumped over to the 0-point robot, and began to run on its neck. Shit, what can I do? I don't have my laptop, and the sequences are just too difficult to do with my phone. Shit, come on, think. That's it. Izuku then proceeds to disassemble his phone while running on the 0-pointer, and when he got up to the 0-pointer's apex neck to remove something out of it, he then ports things in and proceeds to throw his phone down a small opening inside the 0-pointer. And then he started to run away from it, going back down that trail he just came from towards the building, like a motherfucking using his arms and his legs, simply sprinted. And when the 0-pointer lifted his arms to swat Izuku off of it, Izuku did a Superman front flip and a safety roll to get down towards the building. He then tried his best to run off the edge of the building and grab onto a safety ledge. And as soon as he did that, an explosion happened. He was launched away off of the building, but luckily he had grabbed the ladder last minute and now was hanging from that with one arm. He started to laugh while his playlist of music kept going in the background. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this part, and that will be the end of the video. I'm sorry that it took so long for this video to come out. I hope that I did something without those between these 5 days. Hopefully, if this video is not up yet, I will post something instead. But I think I'm just gonna post this. If you guys didn't know, I had a lot of work and stuff. I wasn't even able to talk in Discord just because I had a lot of stuff going on. Personal, family stuff, work stuff to do with me. And I just, maybe I'll let you guys know about it in the future. But for now, no. I have the whole day off today, so I'm going to try to get as much recording done as possible. But this is the end of this video. If you like the video, go ahead and click that like button and shine your lovely rays upon that subscribe button. Crunch those comments. And it's been your boy, Taco What Ifs. I will see you in the future.
She like yaddy yaya, she like yaddy yaya. Bitch, I'm rooting for ya, bitch, I'm rooting for ya. She like yaddy yaya, she like yaddy yaya. Bitch, I'm rooting for ya, bitch, I'm rooting for ya. Bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma break the bank, bitch, I'ma run like a check, bitch, I'ma ball like a ref, bitch, I'ma ball like a ref. She bout to give me some nut, nigga, they mad and not like me. She bad, wanna be on my team. Photo the gap, I'm going to speed. You say I gotta go